Good morning, everyone. I wanted to talk to you about how I'm marketing my music. Um, it's very strange. My channel I consider to be a music channel, and few people were really trying to convince me to vlog like this, like I have been. And to my surprise, I've gotten a lot of views. It's also come to my attention. I mean, people are just haters. But, I have, at the time of making this video, I have, I don't know, 3,000 some subscribers. I have videos on my channel with tens of thousands of views and a bunch of comments, whatever. But I said in my last vlog that I don't think about that stuff. Now, as a musician, if you're trying to get your music out there, especially if you don't want to work another job, because I think the lines get blurred there as well. So you'd be like, I just like to do this because it's fun. Well, dude, so do I. So if you are making music and having fun, if you're having fun doing something that you want to do and you could pay your bills with it, isn't that so much more funner? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to share my approach of what I'm going to do. If anybody's watching for the first time, I pretty much always vlog when I'm starting my fire in the morning in my wood burner, because that's how I heat my house. And usually there's already coals in there that I can just move off to the side. I leave the door cracked open, the air rushes in, and just starts the fire. Well, we had a very warm day yesterday, and the fire went out. So I have to start from scratch today. So anyways, back to how I'm marketing my music for 2025. I've run ads before, and I see ads all the time of how to build your Spotify and build your following and this, that, and the other thing. And to be honest, I feel like, I ran a lawn care company too, and it was small. It was just me. And, to be honest, I know what I could have done to scale it. I needed to probably take out a business loan, get some more equipment, hire a few people, so on and so forth, right? But I had other goals. And I used to see ads for that all the time of how to scale your business or how to build your Facebook account to scale your business or whatever. And, I've ran ads before, just like, hey, here's my newest video, and suggesting the things that the ads suggest and all that kind of stuff. I've done the courses, if you're a musician or you're in some other line of self-employment or something, you may have seen the ads like, you can get my course and I'll teach you how to, fill in the blank here. I've done all of those. Not every single one, but I've done a lot of them. And the one thing I've learned, actually, we'll say two things. The two things I've learned is, one, a lot of people will just sorry, I'm obviously multitasking. A lot of people are influenced by ads, which is probably normal. It seemed not normal to me because, I'm going to be honest, I don't even really follow pop culture very much, you know? People find it weird. Like, people will tell me I'm a great musician or whatever. I'm pretty average at best, to be honest. And people say it's weird, like, you don't know the name of the bass player in such and such band, or you never heard this song. It's like, I don't go out of my way to memorize names and faces and all that stuff. When it comes to music, it's like, I can recognize the song. Like, I was talking the other day about how Rancid was one of my favorite bands, right? And then ironically, the bass player, Matt Freeman, who I do know the name of, maybe because I'm into that band more or something, I don't know. Well, he has a YouTube channel. I've seen him live before and stuff. But I found out yesterday he has a YouTube channel, and it popped up, and I saw the title, and it said, Matt Freeman's Bass Bunker or something. And then the thumbnail was Matt Freeman's Bass Bunker, and it had this dude on there. And I realized, oh, that's Matt Freeman. And I think a lot of people take that as I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm talking about, being a poser, because I don't know when when such and such band switched drummers in 2002 or whatever. It's like, it's just random information to me that kind of doesn't matter, So, anyways, to stay on topic, I think a lot of people just really, they see an ad and they're very convinced. I mean, it's kind of the point of an ad. It's like, you have a problem, and you're seeing this ad because you have this problem, and we have the solution. And it's no more than someone trying to sell you something. And that's the first thing I realized from taking these courses. And the second thing I've realized is not only is music subjective and art subjective, but people are very opinionated, especially Americans. And, if someone is only into heavy metal and they see my ad, I'm probably not targeting very well, but if they see my ad, they're going to say that I suck, if they're jerks. Not everybody's a jerk. So, they're not going to be interested in it. They're just going to, people are just very opinionated. And it's kind of like the paid version. In case you haven't noticed, I don't have a script for this, but I'm going to get into that in a minute. The point I'm trying to make is that by doing, you're running an ad, it's a paid way to try and find your people that are interested in you, right? So, if you don't know how to do all that, and if you're like me, I just want to make music. I was kind of reluctant to even really make these vlogs because I'm like, I don't want to do all the extra stuff. I want to just make music, right? when I grew up, or was growing up, when I got into music, you get good at what you do, you get picked up by a label, and you continue to work well, and you have a good career. That was kind of the concept, I guess. But it's just not like that anymore. And a buddy of mine brought this to my attention. You know, he was like, you can't think that way, which I kind of already knew. He's like, you can't think that way of, you know, getting your album out there. You have to think of, you know, music and a lot of other things, art, they fall under the entertainment industry umbrella. So, and I say this to every member I'm in a band with. So, for me in particular, I'm here, my job is to entertain, right? And right now, when I was a kid, rather, I was entertained by listening to a good album. And they got my attention by running ads, or for me, as a teenager, from MTV. We don't have that anymore. We have YouTube. And when you're into music, what are some of the things that you see in your feed, in your genre? For me, lately, it's like something maybe like if Limp Bizkit wrote a banger emo song, or if Limp Bizkit made Nookie a pop punk banger. You kind of see where I'm going? So that's kind of how you get the attention. You could do that. That's like a free way to do it. You got to put work into it. Or you can make something and pay companies to show your ads on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube to hopefully people that will also be into what you're doing. Is it making more sense now? I kind of couldn't get my thoughts together before. And that's kind of what I used to do. I didn't quite have the idea down yet, or like, not down, but I didn't really understand completely how to do that well. I think when I was posting my videos when I started, I was getting a lot of views because Facebook and YouTube and whatever other platform was popular was competing for long form video. And since then, that has changed because a lot of views come from short form stuff, but they kind of tweaked it. For instance, you know, I could post on Facebook, I could post my long form music video on Facebook and YouTube, and I would get tens of thousands of views. But then I think they started to tweak it, and it went downhill, so to speak, because they did things like they counted a view as like, you know, the video just started playing when you scrolled by. Sorry, I gotta wash my hands real quick. So if you're just scrolling through your feed and, you know, the video starts automatically playing, of course I'm out of soap. I'm gonna turn it on. I feel like that might be loud in the sound. They counted that as a view. It was something along those lines. And now they've changed it to, and it may be different, my numbers are probably off, but it's something more of like a view is like 10 seconds or more, which kind of makes sense because you know, you might see one of those digital billboards and it's just like playing, you know, on your way to work or something. Are you really viewing it? It's kind of like they were counting that as a view, like people just driving by, where people that actually stop and look at it, that's a view. So that's one thing that has changed. But I think the biggest thing that I'm going to do is not anything from any of these marketing courses. It's not from running ads. And obviously you guys haven't seen any of that from me. And I wanted to point this out because, you know, as most of you know, I had a Karen flipping out on me for, I don't know, because everybody's angry now. That's the trend. And just saying that I only get 2 comments. He was referring to one of my vlogs. And that's why I was mentioning that, you know, how I used to posting at tens of thousands of views. Hopefully my verbal diarrhea all made sense because I'm about to tie this all together. So I'm doing these vlogs because instead of, one, paying money to a giant company to show my video to who they think might like it, I could do that. That's not what I was doing before. I would post it before and I would get those views organically. And then I was started to like learn how to market and like trying to boost that up, you know what I mean, to find more of my people. So anyways, you know, I'm posting these vlogs and I get anywhere between like, I don't know, 30 to 50 views, right? One I actually got like 100 views, but that's a lot, by the way, for any inspiring musician out there. But one thing I realized is, actually 2 things I've realized. Not everybody comments. A lot of times people watch things and they're like, oh, that's dope. And they don't comment. And, you know, a lot of times people will just literally send me a DM or text me if they have my phone number, or even call me, which doesn't happen much anymore. People don't really call people anymore. But my point is that I think in our world of like very shallow videos that just go viral and for, you know, just being a hot looking chick or whatever, people still really lack depth, and the consumer really feels or likes to feel a connection. And as a person who also consumes things, I also like connection. It's very nice to be able to post these vlogs, and I get that not everybody is into these, but some people really are. And it's a way for me and you to connect. So if you're a musician seeing this for the first time, hopefully you're still here and I didn't bore you too much. I'm probably going to make a proper video on this, but I'm still trying out the raw format thing. But if you're a musician, if you've made it this far, I would highly suggest to not worry so much about, am I actually good? Should I have played this chord instead of that chord in the chorus? Am I not a good singer? That's the tricky part, because I'm saying that because I used to do that. And that's because I was listening to haters too much. You know, like the guy I mentioned earlier, that's somebody who would just see, you know, if I was running a Facebook ad or something, I'm trying to find my people, they would see it, they're angry at the world, or they don't like punk rock or pop punk, and they're just like, you can't sing. But here's the thing about that, I'm like, have I been lied to my entire life? Like, can I really not sing? Am I that dude on like The Voice or America's Got Talent who's like becomes a meme because I'm really confident that I can sing, but I actually can't sing, and everybody in my circle has just been lying to me. That was a thing with me. Um, you're not stupid. You know if you can play, if you can sing. Can your songwriting be better? Probably. It can always be better, right? Even the best songwriters in the world know they're trying to always push their limits. That's what happens. So you know if you're good or not. Just be completely honest with yourself. If you can sing, if you can hear a note, and you can sing that, you can sing. If you can hear what note that is, right? Connect with your people more. We've kind of grown up with this disconnect of celebrities that, like, the people we inspire to be or that we live through vicariously are so disconnected from us. But I've realized that a lot of people see me like, I got my Spotify Wrapped. Like, there's a handful of people. I'm their number one artist. And I'm a dude in the basement trying to warm up his house with a fire because I can't afford gas. Like, I see my reality, but a lot of people don't see that. But I'm also transparent about all that stuff. And I think if you're constantly trying to push yourself to make your songs better, your art better, or whatever it is that you do, maybe you're watching this and you're not a musician, and you're just being transparent in yourself. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to have a whole support group of people that understand who you are, that they're not going to shit on you just to shit on you. They're going to tell you how they feel because they connect with you on a personal level. You know what I mean? They're going to say what they like and what they don't like. And they're going to be completely genuine about that. And you're going to know, if they liked a song that you wrote and you like that song and you like to play it, well, just keep writing and playing more like that. Or a particular painting. Keep painting more in that style because you like it and you found your people that like it. And then the cool thing is you keep finding those people, and then the big companies like YouTube and Google, well, they pay you ad revenue. Or in my case, as a musician, companies like Spotify and Apple, they pay me royalties when I put a song out that people like. So not only am I creating a personal relationship, I don't even have to like count on their money. I'm taking it from the big companies that, well, are kind of under, in the crosshairs right now with this whole CEO stuff, but that's a whole nother topic. Does that all make sense? I hope it does. And if you have any questions, I would love for you to comment them, or just any thoughts. I would like for you to comment them. And if you're someone who watches these vlogs or have been consistently, especially to the end, I would also like you to comment your thoughts, because I'm learning this too. I've worked really hard on getting good at playing instruments or, recording and stuff like that. The next part of my journey is figuring out how to get it out there. The thing I just said about, not having to work for, not have to be an employee for like a big stupid company, and live a more free life. I'm figuring out how to do that. So we're going to do it together. There's nothing wrong with being an employee, by the way. the whole point is to be happy. So if you're happy, then you've won. That's the whole point. So if I can find more people, like the people watching consistently and regularly, and we can all get together and put all of our thoughts together, maybe we can figure this out faster, because I can be one guy making 100 mistakes, or we can get 100 people that only make 10 mistakes each, and it's going to scale faster. Does that make sense? I hope I did my math right, because I literally just woke up. I feel like that's when I have my best thoughts. Yes, please comment your questions and thoughts. Let's try and make this work. And if you are watching these consistently, I would love to know. Please comment and tell me, what is it that you like about these raw vlogs? Because I've had several people in the last few weeks, just out of nowhere, or, you know, whatever, people that follow me, and they're like, hey, you're not doing your titles and your tags right. Like, you need to do better SEO on your vlogs. And I'm like, and explaining to me what SEO is. If you're not sure what it is, Google it after watching this video, SEO. It's like a marketing thing. It's called stands for search engine optimization. It's when you make your, if you make a video, in my instance, you want your title and description and your tags and everything, thumbnails and everything, all to be like cohesive and work together, so that when someone searches something that you are making your video about, like how I'm marketing my music in 2025, that it will show up in the search results at the #1 spot, or very close to. I'm doing these raw vlogs. I'm trying to connect with, I already have a following. I'm trying to connect with everybody who likes these raw vlogs. But it's not something I normally watch. So I would really like to get your feedback on it, because I honestly don't know. I'm just yapping. So anyways, 27 minutes, another long vlog. That's it. I will see you guys tomorrow with my morning thoughts.